Hello there, everyone. My name is Cory and I am here on BWC Internet Radio. And I'm very new to this thing right here, guys, to this fake internet radio thing. I just joined BWC maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, I'm not really sure. But my good buddy Ryan Hartson, when we became friends, he showed me he does these YouTube videos and podcasts for sports, and we just do random topics. And I'm here to do my own show now, the Cory Bender Show. We also have two other different shows on our BWC Internet Radio Network. We have JMFPSB, which is mainly Ryan and our friend Tim doing their thing, and I'll also be a guest on there sometimes. Then there's also the Ryan Hartson Show, where it's Ryan doing his thing, and I've also appeared on that show too. And I actually, last night, we just did three videos about the Bulls, about the Miami Heat, and just the NFL labor stuff that's going on. That was mainly Ryan, because I really have no idea about the NFL labor stuff. I basically know about what every other American knows, which is absolutely nothing at all. But I want this video just to be about introducing myself and just talking about myself, where I come from, and just teams I like. Because I'm a huge sports fan, and it actually all started when I was like 3 years old, and I live in Illinois, by the way. This all started when I was 3, and my mom started to watch the Chicago Bulls, and I was, I think, 3, around 97, 1998-ish. And she started to watch Michael Jordan. She had watched him before, but she was never a huge fan. But she really started to like him, and of course he's the greatest player to ever live, so I wouldn't doubt it at all. And then I started watching with her, and I really started to love the game of basketball in general. And ever since I was 3 years old, it's always been a really cool dream of mine to play basketball, and I still do as of this moment. But I've been a huge Bulls fan since, and I'm also, this may confuse people on the air that are listening to this, I am a huge Green Bay Packers fan. And people are probably going, wait, time out. You live in Illinois. You're a Bulls fan. Why are you a Bears fan, man? It doesn't make sense. Well, it makes complete sense to me because my parents are from Wisconsin, and they've been huge Packers fans their entire lives. That's how they're raised to be. And that's how they raised me. They raised me to be a huge Packers fan, to hate the Bears, and, you know, I've always loved the Packers through thick and thin, no matter what happens. And most people probably won't like me because of that, but I could really care less. Because a lot of my friends are like, you're not a true Chicago fan, and yeah, well, that's fine with me. I have the Bulls to watch, and I have the Packers, who are the Super Bowl winning champions, if you did not know that. And it's not like it happened a month ago or anything. But anyway, yeah, so pretty much the reason why people may be saying, well, why aren't you a Milwaukee Bucks fan if you actually know who they are? They're the professional basketball team in Wisconsin, and but pretty much the reason is because I started watching the Bulls so much, and the Bucks have been a terrible organization for as long as I've known. They have about one championship, and that was in 1970, and that's all they've really done. They've almost made it to the NBA Finals like 10 years ago when Ray Allen was still young, and I think Sam Cassell was in his little past his prime, but yeah, that's about all I knew about them. And that pretty much other sports teams I like. I like the Chicago Blackhawks mainly because I watched the playoffs last year. I really didn't watch hockey before that, but watching the playoffs really started me to like hockey a bit more. And I was happy the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup. They hadn't won it for so long, and it brought some excitement to the city of Chicago. Um, it was really, I really got a lot of respect for hockey. It's a really cool sport, and I enjoy watching it once in a while. Now, I don't watch it that much because the NFL and the NBA are on once the season starts for them. It's like my two favorite sports versus hockey. I'm definitely going to watch the NFL or the NBA. And especially like when the NBA playoffs start, that's about when the NHL playoffs start, I believe. And now that the Bulls are in second place in the East for now, I'm not going to even pay attention to the Blackhawks depending on how far the Bulls make it and how far the Blackhawks make it. If the Blackhawks and the Bulls would somehow make it to their respective championships, that'd be kind of cool. Um, sorry, can't speak right now. Other teams I do like I like the Philadelphia Eagles mainly because I love Michael Vick. I just love him. He's a great player. I never expected him to have such a great year this year. I didn't even expect him to have a good year until like maybe next year at all. He's just a beast. I had a phase where, I didn't like it because he had killed dogs and, he went to jail. But you know what? I've forgiven Michael Vick. I love to watch him play, and I want to see him be successful. And I just want him to do his best. I also love Deshaun Jackson because he's a great receiver. I think Jeremy Maclin's a very underrated receiver. You don't mention him as much. I think he's a great player. And I just like the Eagles. I mean, they're a great franchise. I love Andy Reid's philosophies. They're just a cool team to watch too. Um, Other teams I like, I guess I like the New York Jets. I guess. I mean, Rex Ryan kind of creeps me out with the whole foot fetish video and whatnot. But the Jets, I just kind of like. I don't know. I just want New York to have a good team, and when New York has a good team, it's usually pretty good. And the Jets are a good franchise. They don't have. I think they have only about one Super Bowl. But I just I like all other players. I'm not big on Mark Sanchez or anything, but I like LaDainian Tomlinson. I like Bart Scott. I like I like Braylon Edwards because he's an amazing receiver. Santonio Holmes is pretty good too. Um, and Rex Ryan's funny in press conferences, but otherwise, yeah, he's a little creepy. I do think he's a little meatballish though, but hey, I'm a little meatballish too. Um, Other teams I do enjoy to watch would probably be the Los Angeles Lakers or the Miami Heat. Because the Miami Heat, I just love watching LeBron do his thing. Because he's one of the greatest players I have ever witnessed, like ever see. I actually saw the Miami Heat face the Milwaukee Bucks this year with my dad in Wisconsin, and it was really cool to see them, all three of the guys, in person. Um, I never expected them to be like all on one team. That's why it's really cool if they would make the NBA Finals, unless they have to go through the Bulls, of course. The reason I love the LA Lakers is because Kobe Bryant is simply amazing. If I hate it when people give him beef because he has 5 NBA championships, and he's one of the best players to ever play this game besides Michael Jordan. If he gets 6 rings, he's gonna be up there and one of the best players ever. And because Kobe is not only is he a good offensive player, we already know that he's an amazing defensive player too. He's a bit older now, so you can't give him too much credit as I thought you could. But he's a great defender. He guards like crazy for being a little bit older. And the Lakers have had a really good dynasty with Shaquille O'Neal, and now they have 2 straight championships in a row. And I like having the Lakers be a dominant team. It's fun to watch them dominate everyone. So that's pretty much the teams I like. Players in general that I like, I guess I like Chad Ochocinco because he's a pretty funny guy. Um, some of the sports personalities I like I see on ESPN would be Stuart Scott, Chris Berman. I like pretty much everyone on SportsCenter. I like Mike and Mike in the morning. I don't watch it that much anymore, but they're still really cool people. I love Rachel Nichols because she is smoking hot and knows what she's talking about. I love Dick Vitale. I love Jay Billis. I love Digger Phelps. I like pretty much just everyone who works on the ESPN network, I guess. Um, but I think my favorite sports personality probably Chris Berman. I mean, I just love the things he's just so funny. People find him annoying, but I find him funny. I don't know why. But whenever I see him do a highlight, he just does like the weird noises. He's like whap. It's like he says like whop or something like really loudly. It's kind of cool. Other shows I watch are called Sports Nation, which is a pretty cool show because you can vote for the polls and stuff like that, or you can send them a tweet and they'll read it on the air if you get lucky enough. You can also believe there's a couple of games they have. Actually, no, wait, no, they don't. Well, just polls, I guess. Other shows I like Around the Horn because it's like a little game show. Because Tony Reali is really funny and all the guys there have a really great time and they know what they're talking about and they only have a certain amount of time to debate a really ridiculous topic or a really debatable topic. That's pretty much all about me that you really need to know. I'm not going to give too much beef to people on the air unless they really piss me off. I'm a pretty fair guy. I'm not a meatball fan. At least not most of the time, I believe. When the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl, of course I went in a little phase, but I usually keep it pretty fair. If you want to watch some of our videos and talk about what we did wrong, send us an email at can't remember what the email is. you'll see it on other videos, but send us an email. We have a Facebook community page at BWC Internet Radio, and you can talk about what we did wrong, or if you like our videos, you can comment on our videos. And I'm gonna be doing this thing for a while, and hopefully you'll like my videos. And I might be doing some stuff on my channel, because I'm doing this stuff on Ryan's channel at Ryan23491, mainly because that's the BWC homepage for YouTube. I might be doing some stuff on my profile though on YouTube at Mr. Bulls Fan 23. I don't know if I'll be doing too much with it, but coming up on the show, I'm going to talk about, I'm not really sure yet. Maybe I won't have another part of the show. Maybe I'll just have this little introduction to myself. Yeah, very mysterious person. So dark. Nope. But anyway, some other VWC members you may want to know are Tim, Ryan, who are pretty much the guys I do stuff with. We have Willie McGinty, who usually never is on, but he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's usually the one that listens to this stuff. So hey, Willie, how you doing? And then our fifth member is Andrew Stevens, who really does not know anything at sports at all. He's just kind of there to make us laugh, and he just doesn't know anything at all. Anyway, that's an introduction to myself, and you know what, coming up next, I want to just talk about the NBA in general and who I think's going to really come out of the season strong. And I want to talk about some of the point guards I really like too. And I also want to talk about why Chris Paul should definitely join the New York Knicks and leave the New Orleans Hornets. So that's going to be my next topic, is why he should be leaving the New Orleans Hornets for, the New York Knicks. And that's coming up here in the Cory Bender Show. And I will see you guys later.